Hi everyone, Monique here, Intuitive Soul Savant. Welcome back to the channel, and I have a wonderful rebirth video for you today. And it is of my own experience. So I'm hoping that my lesson will be a benefit to you. If you are new to the channel, pop into my playlists, Unpacking Challenging Pluto Transits, and that's where I'm popping all of the videos that will be relative to the Pluto in Aquarius transit that we've just dipped our toe into. And now Pluto is back into Capricorn. And who's a Capricorn? I'm a Capricorn. And wow, did I feel that. I mean, we're talking a second back into Capricorn. And I was back there in the dark night of the soul. Relapse again. I mean, there were situations that happened around this experience. So today's video, I'm actually calling Pluto's Branxton Hicks. Now, for those who don't know what a Branxton Hicks is, it is like a false labor. Women can have Branxton Hicks right when their due date is, and they go to the hospital, they have the contractions, and the doctor says, you're not ready yet. You need to go home. They are Branxton Hicks. So I have had a rebirth Branxton Hicks experience. Now, for those of you who have been following me, twice I have announced that I was going to announce something. I said my website was being built, and also I wanted to work actively with people doing shadow work. I'm now saying it, doing shadow work through the chakra system, the psychological effects of our shadows through the chakra system. It's inner child work, it's shadow work, and that's what I want to do with you guys on Patreon. So I've told you about it. I did want the website to be presented first so that you would have more information about me and my services to make a good decision whether you wanted to come and work with me. And it wouldn't be expensive. It's not going to be expensive, like $3 an hour class a week. So, you know, I'm wanting that as a service for people that can't afford a one-on-one with me. All right, but we still do great work. I've been teaching this face-to-face in my hometown for 2 years. And gosh, there's been some changes. So getting back to my story, at the beginning of the year, somebody said they'd make me a website. Well, they started on that website, and I could see with my discernment that I would have to be chasing that person up all the time. And I'm looking into the future, as Capricorns do. And Pluto then goes into Aquarius, and another website builder offers to make me a website, and I'm led to believe that they're professional. They did say that they do have other things on the go, so it may take a little time. So I was aware of that. Capricorns are here to learn patience. Saturn rules time. So I worked along with this lady. At no point in the 2.5 months, well, towards the end, yes, but in the beginning, you know, I was very excited about what she was doing. Now, I also want to make a disclaimer. Anybody that's mentioned in this video as another human being, I am not here to have a go at them. They played a part, like angels, in my story, in my universe, in my reality. Okay, they played a part. All right, I'm not here to put them down. And anyway, so there was a first launch, and the web builder went away. So any hiccups or anything couldn't be fixed. I said, pull it down. Okay, because there was a few bugs there, links that didn't work, what have you. Right, we'll have another go. And I was being so patient, but at the same time, I was also having to do a lot of work, doing all the proofreading, seeing, because you know, I have the sun in the 6th house, Virgo's house. I have Pluto in Virgo. Dot the I's, cross the T's. I have a great eye for detail. I've always known that. It's actually a good thing to have. However, with the Virgo, we can become a little bit too perfectionistic. I'm very aware of that as well. I can compromise. So the second, I started, you know, 2.5 months had passed, and it's not a huge website. And I sort of had to put a boundary down. And Capricorn's here to learn boundaries. Yes, they say Capricorn boundaries or Saturn boundaries. I'm doing a Sun Capricorn life in the tropical zodiac, and it's still in the Vedic zodiac. I am Capricorn. I have 4 planets, so all of them in Capricorn. So I had to set a boundary. I have Saturn in Pisces. I don't like setting boundaries, but I have learned in this lifetime that I have to do it. So I set a boundary. I said, when will this website be done? I was promised a week. So we get to the Friday. She wouldn't let me look at the mobile app of it, but the laptop looked fine. And so we launched again on the Friday, or went live on the Friday, and then she went away again. And I'm thinking, this is so strange. Both times we've launched and she's gone away, like running away. And, you know, that put me in a big heap, because that was the second time. And then when I looked at the finished product, her finished product, it just wasn't acceptable to me. So for 3-4 days last week, and it was the time to do it, because we're coming up in a couple of hours. We have the new moon in Gemini squaring Neptune in Pisces, so everything's a little bit murky as far as facts go. And so I went into a dive last week for 3 days. Oh my gosh, all the trauma came back up. The victim, Vicky, came up, and Vicky's going, see, nothing works for you. Every time you want to get something done out there in the world, people just don't give a damn about you, blah, 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 blah. This went on in my head for a couple of days. Then the revelation came. Now, this person who's making my website, this is the revelation. The patterns, what I'm trying to explain here is that our patterns, right, play out in reality. And this pattern was quite unconscious to me until I had to go through what I went through. That's why I'm grateful for this website builder, because it's pivoted me in life, what that experience was about when I finally saw the revelation of it. Now, that web builder's birthday is the same day as my mother, okay? And different year, but the same day. So when I knew that from the beginning, I thought, oh, wow, she's going to do a good job and sort of balance the energy out from having a alcoholic mother. And what's happened is she just repeated what my mother did. And what I realized was that, you know, growing up in a dysfunctional family, when I wanted things done, they got done at the last minute, and it was a real attitude of, that'll do you. There you go, that'll do you. And I would notice imperfections. Oh, stop being so fussy. So that was a childhood repeated pattern, that every time Monique wanted something done, you got a slapdash job because that'll do you. So I left home at 16 and went out into life, and I took that pattern with me, so that if anybody wanted to do or I'm paying people to do a service, or somebody wanted to help me, it was a slapdash job. I might as well have done it myself, you know. And I didn't see this till last week. It was only when I thought, no, this is my last crack at a business in my life, and I want a bloody good website. I will pay for a good website. It's not about the money. It was never about the money. If I'd have known 2.5, 3 months ago that, Monique, it's going to be dodgy, you're not going to be happy with it, the only way is to pay big money for a website, well, I would have done that 3 months ago. But I didn't know that. I had to go through this lesson and become aware of a pattern from, this is Pluto. Pluto went back into Capricorn, and bang, this happened. Pluto's going back to 27 degrees, a few minutes away from my sun, so it doesn't actually connect as a conjunction, but it gets mighty, mighty close. So I still have new lessons to learn. My will was to get my business up and running a month ago, but Pluto, Saturn retrograding now in Pisces. I'm having my Saturn return. It's not now. It's not now. And I've accepted that. I've surrendered to that after the revelation came that all my life I have expected people to not go the full distance for me, because deep down, the message was that I wasn't worthy of a good job. I wasn't worthy of somebody's best. So, wow, did that hit me. You know, but I mean, it's great. Revelation is great. The pain of bringing it up and out was excruciating. We use that word on this channel. It was excruciating. 3 days in bed, crying, and oh my God, back at that, I want to die. I can't do this. This is too hard for me. Why is it so hard to just launch a bloody business? Because I'm launching myself. This is my potential. This is my purpose. This is my destiny. This is my mission. Everybody out there is looking for their potential, their purpose, their destiny, and their mission. Well, I found it. However, I'm co-creating here. When you have this big transit from Pluto, there's no willpower, no willfulness is a better word, is allowed. It's co-creation. I mean, I am a spiritual seeker. I'm ascending. I don't use that language often enough on this channel. So there's many spiritual lessons that have come along with my Pluto transit. So I'm believing if you're into astrology, you're on a spiritual path to reach your true potential. This is also in alignment with my North Node. My North Node is in the 10th house in Gemini. So this is new for me to make videos, to construct a following of people. You know, I come from the cave. I can sit and meditate all day on my own and not deal with people. But this life, the new destiny for me is North Node in Gemini, communicating, sharing my knowledge, Saturn in Pisces, counseling, helping people, Chiron in Pisces, helping people through the lessons that I've had to learn. And now Pluto in Virgo, conjunct Uranus, is dot the I's and cross the T's, Monique. In my other businesses in life, it was a little, when it came to the tax and the paperwork and all of those things, I was slapdash. Oh, that'll do. I was more onto the physical, actually working the business, and the back end just sort of got by. And those businesses weren't successful. I mean, they operated, they gave me a wage, but I walked away from the last one in bankruptcy, you know, and it's taken me, that was in 2010, bankruptcy, and I'm still recovering from that, as you know, if you've watched these videos. So can you see that the pattern from childhood carried out through the life, and it's only till now at 57 and realizing my value and my self-worth through the past years of learning to love myself. I have a Venus retrograde in Aquarius in the 7th house. So Venus in Aquarius, I feel apart from, I don't feel like I fit. And being in retrograde, I don't love myself. I have no self-worth. That even brings tears to my eyes to say that that's who I was. It's because I would be sad for somebody else that would feel that way about themselves. So it was a big lesson. You know, you're all going to have different stories. What I showed you about my mother and the wed mother, that's just a story, okay? The main thing is the lesson and the revelation under what Pluto is trying to teach me. Slow down. It will all happen for me, Monique, okay? So it's a Branxton Hicks. I thought I was rebirthing myself. Here we go. Here's my website. Here's my business. Let's go. I'm here to help you. Not yet. Not yet. So I've surrendered again. Remember, let go, surrender, surrender, and I'm back to stand still. Now, the last video I made for you guys was on the rune. I stand still. Old, outmoded habits. If you go back and have a look at that, it's almost as if I made that video for you guys and then I experienced that for days. And I had to stand still. I I'd also gotten connected to people that weren't there to serve me. Not the people are there to serve me, but they weren't there to help me. Okay, and I feel very unsupported in my life. I don't have family. I don't have a partner, and the people in my life have their family and their partners or what have you. So I'm walking this path literally on my own. And Pluto brought me to my knees in 2015, you know, and I've had to do that deep work on my own. And I do know that the past lives, that is something that I've had to overcome. This life is being alone and aloneness rather than loneliness and being a Vicky. They've all left me, victim. They've all gone. Nobody cares about me. I'm on my own. All of those intrusive thoughts, pattern thoughts, they're intrusive thoughts. You know, they trigger the emotional body. They trigger the inner child. And you know, you take a step back. Remember I said with Pluto, it's steps back, maybe one step forward. It's a slow process. So I've hit a wall again. What I can do is keep making videos. They seem to be uploading okay. There doesn't seem to be any blockages there with my videos. And as far as the Patreon community getting started, I'm going to wait. It's going to be great. Honestly, you're going to love it because it's an opportunity for you to do the shadow work without having to go and pay thousands of dollars for a 6-week course. This is ongoing. And we're going to be doing sound healing on ourselves, our own tones, okay, as we work through the chakra system. And the first 3 chakras, first, second, third, is our self, right? And they need to be healed before we can get the energy flowing through to ascend through the heart chakra. Most people, a lot of people have got their top 3 chakras, but there's no connection to the earth, right? And we're supposed to be a flow, all right? So thank you. I think that's all. It's an example of rebirth. Pluto's Branxton Hicks. So when you're rebirthing, if you can remember this video and not get too attached to the first, whatever you're doing, you know, everybody's going to be working this out differently. So in whatever area of your life you're rebirthing, there may be a false start, okay? But the false start's there to learn something. And so now I can face my life for the rest of my life and expect the best. Because that's what I want. I'm refusing that website. No, I'm going to have to save $5,000 to get a new website, a proper website, a professional website that I'm proud to present to you guys because, you know, I've been in the service industry all my life and service is a fine art. And I offer great service. I'm a Capricorn. I'm pedantic about things like that, you know, so I want a website that'll match that, the service that I give to others, that level, and that's something I can be proud of. So hang in there with me. I'm still going to make videos. I'm over that terrible couple of days, you know, and Pluto's back in Capricorn. So that little adventure into Aquarius, you know, our egos are funny things. It's like, oh, whoopee, Pluto's in Aquarius, right, I'm done with all that heavy stuff. No. You're done when you're done. It's not over till what I said the other day, and I'm not going to repeat that. I think it's offensive. Anyway, it never used to be, but I think it is now. So, yeah, guys, thank you. Thank you for watching. Drop a comment if you'd like. These videos will keep coming out. I'm not out to chase. I don't want 10, 20, well, no, I don't think I do want 10, 20,000 subscribers on a channel because I'm here to serve and, you know, it's growing people that it's all about for me, not scrolling. We can't scroll through Pluto. I'll tell you now, you cannot scroll through Pluto. You've got to do the work, right? There's no scrolling spirituality. You've got to own it. You've got to come into the body and become your true self. I know what my true self is. Divinity, divine, okay? But anyway, you'll work that one out yourselves. That's what we're all here for, to discover our true self. Mwah. Love you. Namaste to everyone. and I'll see you soon.